So what is here operating system? It is a software that computer manages the computer hardware. It is also manages the computer hardware, right? Means by allocating the memory resources, then allocating the, then again what? Memory, then processing, then loads the CPU registers, and it allocates the routine tasks. Schedules the routine task means schedules the routine task means what? In which sequence the process must be executed or any process should be running. And here it is a control program for computer that performs the following operations or allocate computer resources. What are the resources? CPU management, then time management, output devices, input and output devices, then memory management, files, resource allocation. These are the allocates the computer resources, and then provides a platform to run application software for the user to accomplish task. Means platform means, what is meant by platform? Platform means where we can run a hardware and software both, right? Or you can develop or execute the application, that we called as a platform. Here our operating system will provide the platform to run applications and use the to complete task of the user task, and it is also provides an interface between the user and the computer, because to communicate with the computer user should be communicate, right? So it is a software programming only. Means what operating system, it is a programming, right? So in which we can be using to communicate with the system. And then next we'll go to about the here Unix. It is also in a, and here Unix, because operating system, there are features. If we consider the feature of an operating system, it is also one of the multi-user and a multi-programming operating system, right? So what is meant by here multi-programming and multi-user operating system? Multi-user and multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming means at a time more than one or more programs you are running at a time, and multi-user means at a time more than one users we can operate the single system, that we called as a multi-user and multi-programming. And here Unix, it is a multi-programming multi-user operating system. Means in the Unix there are some Unix where only one single user can be access that operating system, but here again Unix, it is a multi-programming and multi-user operating system, and it is developed by the AT&T Labs. It is developed by AT&T Labs in 1970 at Bell Laboratories Research Center by Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie in 1970s. Unix was developed by Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie in 1970 at Bell Labs. And here in practical everything, here in Unix they have every features of an operating system. There are certain features that the user must be using commands. So that is where Unix will be rarely used. It has every properties that regarding the operating system same to same, but there are certain factors we can't use frequently. So the Unix operating system will be rarely here using here. And here we can interact with the Unix system through the command interpreter. If you want to operate or interact with the Unix operating system, we are going to operate through the shell. Command interpreter called as a shell. What is meant by interpreter? Interpreter. Line by line means converting, right? Interpreter or line by line, what we are going to converting. Here, if we give one command to the Unix operating system, if we give one command, shell will see the command. It will check it is a command is correct or not. It will satisfy the syntax. For every command, syntax is main important, right? If you want to write one programming, syntax is the main important. So here what will shell will do? It will check the command syntax, it is correct or not. After that, it will tell again it will communicate with the kernel to execute that command for the user request. So if you want to communicate with the Unix operating system, there is a command interpreter called as a shell. And here there are the kernel also, it is a present. Kernel, it is a main part of the Unix or main part of the operating system. It here, like for computer, how operating system is important. For kernel, it is also important part of the Unix operating system. Here operating system, what will it do? It will allocate the resources and manages the hardware, right? Then like that also kernel will also manage the resources and then manages the whole hardware and software applications. So now we are going to about the history of Unix operating system. Unix operating system was developed by Ken Thompson at AT&T Bell Laboratories in 1969. And here you want here in that first it was developed, it was written in a low level language. Unix was written in a first it was written in low level language. What is meant by low level language? Difficult, there are three types, right? High level, low level and machine level language. Machine level language means it is in the form of a machine code. Like machine code means zeros and ones. Low level language means it is between the machine code and high level language. It deals with the main registers, CPU, registers and microprocessors. You already guys read about microprocessors, right? In that programming, there is no success. So in that programming, add, sub, or if you want to stop the programming, halt, commands you are read or not for that microprocessor. Microprocessor subject, it's there or not? It's there, right? In that programming language, you have read that add A, B. A, B means register. Add means it is one command. So means what we are going to do? We are going to add the contents between the A and B registers. This we call, this type of programming we called as low level languages. And here no interpreter and no compiler is used. It is directly converting. So it is first it is written in low level languages. But after that it can't be. It become a machine dependent. It can't be run on any hardware. So that in 1973, Dennis Ritchie wrote again, write the Unix programming in C language. Okay. In 1970, first they wrote in a low level language again because it is not depend. It is become a machine dependent. Means only on certain platforms it will be running. So they in 1973 they wrote in now C language. After that, and the C language, and it is become a portable operating system. After that, the University of California, Berkeley created a Unix its own. Based on this Unix, they created their own Unix system that is called as BSD. It's not there in this. That is called as BSD, Berkeley Software Distribution Unix. And after that, they have their own. They developed a standard VI editor. VI editor means VI editor. They have their own popular shell. Shell means command interpreter. Then again, they have their own file system and more versatile mail feature. Then again, better method for linking files. After that, based on this BSD Unix, the Sun microsystem, they developed an operating system called as Solaris. Okay, first Dennis Ritchie developed an Unix in C language in 1973. Based on this, Berkeley, California, in that they developed an BSD Unix. After that, based on this Sun microsystem, they developed again operating system called as Solaris. So then each one developing their own systems. So that So the ATL laboratories again introduced the another one Unix system called as a System 5 Release 4 SVR4. SV5, sorry, System 5 Release 4. They developed their again Unix system. And again, Microsoft released a new operating system called Windows, which used the GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. What is graphical user interface? Graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. We are going to communicate with the Windows through the icons. For in a system, this PC recycle bin, if you click on that icon means it will open an application, right? That we called as a graphical user interface. So after that, this Unix Microsoft developed a Windows with the graphical user interface, and where we can use the mouse to communicate with the system. We are not going to use any commands. After that, Linus Torvalds, father of Linux, developed a Linux operating system. It is a distributed free under general public license. Where Unix, it is a commercial, but here Linux they developed in the form of to distribute in a free for a public, and it is for and it is particularly strong in a network and internet features. So this is the history of the Unix. Everyone understood? So there is any doubt?